Hello all. Alright, well, the UN has put out a report, and I wanted to do a quick video and show you what exactly the UN report was about. The UN said that 13 out of 14 of the warmest years occurred in the 21st century, talking about global climate change. They emphasized a whole list of things that are happening and that they predict will happen. And this is just a small list. Heavier rains, more typhoons, bigger, such as what we saw in the Philippines this year. Major droughts, such as what we saw in the US and in parts of Africa. And of course the widest tornado ever observed in Oklahoma, US. Now they say with every degree of warming, there's a percentage of moisture that goes into the air and makes it rain heavier and makes the storms bigger. So they are really predicting that if we go up 2 degrees, oh jeez, I have to fix that. Okay, so if we have a 2 degrees warming, that will put so much moisture into the air that this may get 7 times worse than it is now. They also emphasized that more than 90% of all the heat created, excess heat energy created on the planet, goes right into the oceans, heating the oceans. So right now, because the planet is more ocean than land, a lot of the heat is now being distributed into the oceans. But soon they will catch up, and the equilibrium will be the oceans will be this high and land will be this high, and then the heat will start to pour back into the land, and then the oceans will go back down. So it's a back and forth seesaw kind of thing. Okay, there was a commenter on this forum that I was reading, and I wanted to elaborate what he was talking about on this subject. So this report isn't out yet. This is just some leaked information. The climate deniers are saying this is so extreme, this report, the parts that they've seen, that they just can't believe it's even true. Well, if you just look at the evaporation, and that's physics, you know, you can't change physics. If you heat up the pot, more steam comes out, and that's just physics and you can't change it. So at that, I think it's so important that every single human that can move closer to their work, drive smaller cars, do more bicycling, be more of a vegetarian than a meat eater. And if we were all to do that, it would certainly help. Alright, I think it's time that we head over to the Zone of Fuzz. Okay, we had 3 people participate in the zone. That gives us enough to open up the question. But before we do that, there's a meter that goes along with this question. It looks like this. That's it. So if we had had 3 yeses and 2 nos, the meter would have come all this way and filled all this area, meaning that it means there's more yes than no, and that it's not a black and white thing. It has more of a chance of being here than here. Does that make any sense? In our case, let's take a look at the meter. Because at this moment, all of the participants said yes, so our meter is all at this end. So whatever the question, in our opinion, the people of the board and the people of Pink Barrio say that yes to the question. Now let's go over to the question. These questions are going to be real. They're going to be questions that we've always wanted to know, and sometimes these questions may hurt a little bit and you'll want to unsubscribe. But just remember, it comes from all of us. It's not just me, the messenger, or the one particular person or the other. And this is what the question says. Okay, first question. This is going to be historic. Will the world go into financial decline in 2014? The people of the board unanimously voted 3-0 on the yes column. We'll keep this and date it. And so the next question has come out. It's already on the board, and this one is one of the big questions of the century. So, make sure we get as many people participating as possible. It would be nice to have like 10 or 12 or even 14 people putting down their answer, because that would really give an interesting outcome. Let's go over to the board and look at the new question and find out how to answer it. Pay attention now. Alright, here it is. We're now entering the zone of fuss. The question is over here. The answer is either A or Z. A or Z. I don't want it to pollute it in any way by the answers, because we want this to be real. With the zone of fuss, you just can't mess around. You have to ask the hard-hitting questions. You must build the bridge to the other side. And until next time, A or Z?